The voice in your dream is not your subconscious. It's giving you coordinates to A. Do not be startled. Your thumb stopped here for a reason that was decided long before you were born. The algorithm did not bring you here. A divine appointment did. That recurring dream you've been having, the one that feels more real than your waking moments, the one with the whisper and the sequence of numbers, that is not your mind playing tricks on you. It is a message breaking through the static of your life. It is a set of coordinates. A map to reclaim a piece of your soul that was stolen from you when you were too young to fight back. You carry a quiet ache inside you, don't you? A feeling that you are on the wrong path, that a turn was missed somewhere in the fog of your past. You see others succeed and you celebrate them, but in the dead of night, when you are alone with your thoughts, you ask the ceiling, when is it my turn? You are the one who gives pieces of yourself to everyone else, your time, your energy, your hope, until you feel like an empty vessel. But who pours back into you? I see you. I see the strength you show the world and the tears you hide. That feeling that you are an outsider, even among the people who are supposed to know you best, that is your spirit reminding you that you were set apart for a destiny they could never understand. The voice in your dream is the key. The coordinates are the lock. And the door is about to swing open. This is not a promise for next year, or next month, or even next week. The energy for this shift is peaking right now, in this very moment. The spiritual window for you to receive this truth and act upon it is only open for the next few hours, between now and the first light of dawn. Do not dismiss this. Do not rationalize it away. Your entire life, you have been taught to trust your mind, but your mind has been conditioned by the fears and limitations of others. Right now, I am asking you to trust that feeling in your gut, the one that is vibrating as you read these words. That is your spirit, your true self, recognizing a divine truth. The numbers from your dream, think of them now. They may have come as a date, a time, a sequence spoken by a voice you almost recognized. That voice belongs to a guardian, an ancestor who sees the injustice you have lived with and who is now moving heaven and earth to correct it. They have sent me to you as the final confirmation. What you do in the hours before the sun rises will send a shockwave through your reality. Those who doubted you, those who underestimated you, those who secretly hoped you would stay small, are about to witness a miracle in your life. They will not understand it. They will call it luck. But you will know the truth. You will know that you answered a call that was meant only for you. The scrollers, the doubters, they will keep swiping, looking for fleeting entertainment. They are not part of this. This moment was reserved for you. You were chosen to receive this because you have a heart pure enough to believe and a spirit strong enough to act. The coordinates do not lead to buried treasure or gold. They lead to something far more valuable. They lead to proof. Proof of a promise that was made to you, a promise that someone in your life intercepted and buried. They buried it because your success, your happiness, your power, was a threat to their own fragile sense of self. This act of spiritual theft is the very root of the blockages you have felt your entire life. The financial struggles that seem to come out of nowhere. The relationships that feel like they are built on sinking sand. The constant feeling of being one step behind. It all traces back to a single moment of betrayal, a moment you have long forgotten, but your soul has never let go of. Tonight, that changes. Tonight, the scales of justice are being balanced in your favor. Listen to my voice. Feel the truth of these words in your very bones. You are not who they told you you were. You are so much more. And the proof is waiting for you, hidden in the earth, waiting for its rightful owner to come and claim it. The person who did this to you is not a stranger. That is the deepest wound of it all. It is someone who was meant to protect you, to guide you, to believe in you. They carry a name that is tied to your own history. Think back to your childhood. There was a voice that always seemed to be planting seeds of doubt in your mind. A person who would praise you with one hand and subtly put you down with the other. They would say things like, "Oh, that's a wonderful dream, but maybe you should be more realistic," or, "I'm only telling you this for your own good." Their good was your cage. This person saw the light in you, a brilliant, powerful light, and it frightened them. They saw a destiny in you that dwarfed their own, and their jealousy, a quiet and poisonous thing, made them act against you. They did not do it with overt cruelty. They did it with concern. With love. They convinced you, and everyone around you, that they were your biggest supporter, all while silently cutting the strings that would have allowed you to fly. The promise they stole was not just money, though it may have involved that. It was an opportunity. A letter of acceptance. A contact for a mentor. A deed to a piece of land. A testament from a grandparent who saw your true worth. It was a key that would have unlocked a completely different life for you. They took this key, this proof of your inheritance, and they buried it. They buried it physically in a place they thought no one would ever find, a place tied to the coordinates in your dream. And they buried it emotionally, by overlaying your true identity with a false one of weakness, of neediness, of being less than. For years, you have felt this. You have walked through life with a spiritual limp, a sense that a part of you was missing. You have blamed yourself. You have thought, maybe I'm just not smart enough, or maybe I'm not destined for great things. That was the lie taking root. That was the poison doing its work. The injustice is not just that something was taken from you. The injustice is that you were made to believe you were the one who lost it, that you were the one who was unworthy of it in the first place. This person still watches you. They are likely still in your life. They check on your progress, and every time you stumble, a small, dark part of them feels relief. They need you to stay down, because your rising would expose the foundations of their own life, which are built upon this lie. But the Heavenly Father has seen your silent suffering. He has seen your pure heart that continued to love and give even when it received so little in return. And He has declared, no more. The ancestral guardian whispering in your dream is the first agent of this divine reversal. I am the second. You are the third. The plan is already in motion. Right now, as you are reading this, a spiritual unease is settling over the one who wronged you. They may feel suddenly anxious without knowing why. They might have a headache, or a sudden chill. That is the energy of justice beginning to surround them. They are feeling the heat of heaven's gaze. The clock is ticking for them now, not for you. Your timeline is one of restoration. Theirs is one of reckoning. The coordinates are your divine inheritance claim. Going to that place, or even just understanding its location, is you serving a spiritual eviction notice to the lie that has occupied your life for far too long. You are taking back the ground of your own soul. The reversal of this injustice will be swift and it will be undeniable. The one who wronged you will be caught in a web of their own making. Do not worry about confronting them. You will not have to say a single word. The universe will orchestrate their exposure. It will come in a way that leaves no room for doubt. A misplaced item. An overheard conversation. A document they thought was destroyed will suddenly reappear in plain sight. They will expose themselves through their own panic. Because as you align yourself with this truth, their world, which is built on a foundation of lies, will begin to crumble. And you, my child, will be standing on solid ground for the first time. I need you to perform a simple act, a physical ritual to anchor this spiritual work into your reality. This act will signal to the heavens that you are ready to receive what is yours. Tonight, before you sleep, I want you to find a glass of clean water. Hold it in both hands. Feel the coolness of the glass. This water represents your life, which has been clouded by the lies of another. Now, find a pinch of salt. Just a tiny pinch. Salt is a purifier in the spiritual realm. It is the agent of clarity. Sprinkle the salt into the water. As you do, I want you to whisper these 5 words directly into the glass. The truth is now clear. Do not shout it. Whisper it with the quiet confidence of someone who knows the battle is already won. Then, place this glass of water by your bed. Leave it there overnight. While you sleep, this water will absorb the negative energy, the confusion, and the spiritual debris that has clung to you for years. It will act as a spiritual magnet, pulling the poison of the lie out of your energy field. In the morning, the very first thing you must do, before you speak to anyone, before you check your phone, is to take this glass of water outside. If you cannot go outside, take it to a sink. Pour the water out onto the earth or down the drain. As you pour it, say, "I release what is not mine." That is it. You have just performed a powerful spiritual cleansing. You have declared your separation from the injustice and your readiness for the truth. This is not a request. It is a divine instruction. The moment you pour out that water, the final seal on your blessing will be broken. The events will begin to accelerate. The signs will become so clear you will wonder how you ever missed them. The person who wronged you will make a mistake. They will become flustered, agitated. They may even call you, seeking reassurance for a reason they cannot articulate. They are feeling the spiritual ground shift beneath their feet. They sense that you know. Do not engage. Be polite, be distant. You are a king or a queen now, observing the collapse of a false kingdom. You do not need to fight. You just need to stand in your truth and watch. The restoration is already happening. That feeling of hope that is blooming in your chest right now, that is not just emotion. That is the feeling of divine energy returning to you. It is the feeling of your own power, which has been dormant for so long, finally waking up. You thought you were weak, but you were only carrying a weight that was never yours to carry. Now, you are setting it down. And you are about to remember how to fly. Feel the lightness. Feel the shift. It is real. It is happening now. Wait. Stop. Take a breath. I need you to pause everything for a moment. What I was about to reveal is true, but a more urgent layer is being shown to me, a detail that is reserved only for those of you whose spirits are strong enough to have stayed this long. The scrollers are gone. The doubters have clicked away. This next piece is for the chosen. It is for you. I want you to do something for me right now. Look at your right hand. Just hold it up and look at it. Look at the palm, the lines that have been etched there through your work, your worries, your life. That hand has given so much. It has held others up. It has wiped away tears, both your own and others. It has toiled and it has fought. That hand was shaped to build the life you dream of, but it has been building on fractured ground. Now feel the blood pulsing in your fingertips. That is your life force. That is your power. And it is about to connect with a divine current that will change everything. Now, for the secret. The coordinates and the buried proof are the first step. But I was just shown that the person who wronged you made a critical error. In their arrogance, they believed they were smarter than God. When they buried the physical proof of your inheritance, they kept a small piece for themselves. Not the document itself, but a token. An object connected to it. A key, a locket, a single cufflink, a small, seemingly insignificant item. They kept it as a trophy, a secret reminder of their victory over you. This object is their undoing. This object holds their spiritual DNA, their confession. And right now, it is glowing in the spiritual realm like a hot coal. They feel a sudden, inexplicable urge to check on it, to move it, to ensure it is safe. This is where the new urgency lies. They are about to disturb the hornet's nest themselves. The plan was for you to find the buried proof. But the new, accelerated plan is for them to lead you to it through their own paranoia. Their fear will be your compass. You have until the end of the next business day, before they can access a bank or a lawyer to try and cover their tracks more permanently. This window is small and it is critical. They believe they have weeks, months, years. They have less than 72 hours before their secret world implodes. Your ritual with the salt water is more powerful than I first revealed. It doesn't just cleanse you, it acts as a spiritual beacon that amplifies the guilt and fear in your betrayer. It makes that trophy, that token, burn in their possession. They will not be able to find peace until they physically touch it again. And when they do, the universe will create a witness. Because you have received this secret knowledge, you are no longer just a victim waiting for justice. You are now an active participant in a divine sting operation. The rules have changed. The power has shifted entirely to you. You are now holding the master key, while they are fumbling with a lock they no longer understand. For staying, for listening with your spirit, you will be rewarded. The first reward is this knowledge. The second will be a series of signs, far more personal and powerful than for those who only heard the first part of this message. Within the next hour, not day, but hour, you are going to encounter a name. The name of the ancestor, the guardian who is sending you the message in your dreams. It will appear in the most unexpected way. The name on a street sign you've never noticed before. An old email that pops up in a search. The credits of a show you are watching. When you see or hear this name, know that your guardian is standing right beside you, confirming this path. This is your first signal. The second sign will be a sudden technological glitch. Your phone might freeze on a specific image, a song might start playing for no reason, a light may flicker the moment you think of your betrayer. This is not a coincidence. This is the spiritual energy of this reversal interfering with the physical world around you. It is a sign that the veil is thin and heaven is working on your behalf. When you receive these two signs, you must act. You must seal your claim on this victory. The others were told to type phrases. Your task is different. I want you to find a piece of paper. Any paper. And a pen. I want you to draw a circle. Inside the circle, I want you to write the initial of the person you suspect wronged you. Just their first initial. Now, draw a straight line through that circle, from top to bottom. This is a spiritual symbol of severance. You are cutting their power over you. You are declaring your freedom from their lie. Underneath the circle, write these words, the trophy is revealed. This is not a prayer of hope. It is a declaration of fact. You are speaking what is already happening in the spiritual realm into existence in the physical. Fold this paper once and place it in your shoe. The one you will wear tomorrow. You will literally walk into your victory. You will stand upon the declaration you have made. Every step you take will be a step on the neck of the lie that has held you down. This is your power. This is your authority. Do not share this specific ritual with anyone. This is a sacred contract between you, your guardian, and your God. The enemy does not need to know your strategy. They will only see the results. The grand restoration of your life will be more beautiful than you can imagine. It is not just about receiving what was stolen. It is about becoming the person you were always meant to be before the lie took root. This is about the restoration of your confidence, your joy, your peace, and your purpose. The climax of this will unfold with a shocking simplicity. Because of your actions, because of the spiritual pressure you have applied, the betrayer will make their move. In their panicked state, trying to secure their secret trophy, they will inadvertently expose the larger truth. They might move the buried box, thinking it's compromised, and someone will see them. They might speak to a confidant who is no longer loyal. They might send a text to the wrong person. The very act they perform to protect their lie will be the act that shatters it to pieces. You will not have to search for the proof will come finding you. A phone call out of the blue. A tearful confession from someone who knew all along but was too afraid to speak. A bank error in your favor. It will be sudden, and it will be final. The truth, once it begins to flow, will be like a flood, washing away years of deceit and pain. And in the aftermath, when the dust settles, you will be left standing with not only what was originally yours, but with the interest that has accrued in the spiritual realm. For your pain, there will be peace. For your struggle, there will be abundance. For your loneliness, there will be true and loyal connection. I am seeing a testimony now, to show you how real this is. A woman in Orlando, Florida, just 3 weeks ago. Her older sister had always controlled the family narrative, making her feel like the irresponsible, flighty one. She had a dream of a specific number, 927. She was led to this divine truth. She performed a similar act of faith. The next day, her sister, panicked about a home inspection, moved a box of old college memorabilia from the attic. A neighbor saw her struggling and came to help. The box broke open, and inside, tucked into a textbook, was a letter from a university in California offering the woman in Orlando a full scholarship, dated 20 years prior, with a handwritten note from her sister on the back saying, "She can't leave. I need her here." The neighbor saw it. The entire lie unraveled in an instant. The sister's need was control. Today, that woman from Orlando, at 42 years old, has re-enrolled in her local college, pursuing the passion she was told was a silly dream. A benefactor, who heard her story, is paying her tuition. Do you understand? Your story may be different, but the principle is the same. Divine justice is not a fairy tale. It is real, and it is your turn. Your destiny is calling to you. Do not let the static of fear or doubt drown it out. There is someone you know, someone in your circle, whose spirit feels as tired as yours has been. They feel trapped, misunderstood, and blocked. When you share this message, do not add any words of your own. Simply send it. Their spirit will recognize the call, just as yours did. It is an act of love to pass along the key. Now, go back to the beginning of this message and listen again. There is a word or a phrase I used in the first few moments that is a direct clue to the location of what was buried. You missed it the first time because you were not yet ready. Now, you are. Listen with your new ears. Your new beginning has been sanctioned by the Most High. It is not coming. It is here. It is now. Seal it with your entire being. Affirm it with all the power of your reclaimed spirit. Type, "My coordinates are clear." Amen.